Hey Hebrew fans! So I'm looking at the new Mattel's Creation webpage, and they have this really cool clear Skeletor for sale. I'm looking at it saying, ooh, that's kind of cool, this clear Skeletor. And you can see other things they have for sale as well. Let's take a look at this clear Skeletor. And it says, he's not nice, he's not kind, he's not wonderful. And it goes on to say, but that's why we love him. He turned his favorite villain to hate. Doesn't just talk the talk. When we created him in 1982, we designed him with 17 points of articulation, giving him all the right moves to chase the power of Grayskull. After all, it's rightfully his. He's engineered with cold molding to match his cold heart, so his interior joints allow for articulation that can still be bonded to his evil, creepy skin. Altogether, this Lord of Destruction is comprised of 45 meticulous components. Okay, first of all, they said they created him in 1982. We designed him with 17 points of articulation. Now, the new one, the Origins, yes, but not the one in 82. The one in 82 only had, let's see, they had his head that would rotate, they had his arms that would rotate, and they had his legs that would move, and his waist would rotate. So we had, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of articulation. Now, we did have extra parts because the head had an extra neck peg in there. So we had the head, that's one part, the neck peg, that's 2 parts. Then we had the shoulders and the arms, or the arms were 2 and 3, and then the torso 4, and the legs 5, 6, and then the pieces that held the legs on, so 7, 8, the spring, 9 pieces, maybe 10, somewhere in there. So not the 45 points. So they're kind of mixing this up. They're saying 82 and 17 points. They're talking about in the past they made him an 82, but here's the new one in 17. Okay. Anyway, he looks pretty cool, but not $50 cool. That's kind of spendy. I don't know if I want to spend $50 on a clear Skeletor, but it does look pretty cool. You can see all the points of articulation and how he moves and works, so that's kind of fun. And then you have this cool folder, or this cool artwork right here. And it says Skeletor Official Mattel Schematic. And it shows his head, his hood, all the little joints, all the pieces. And yeah, this is Origins and how it's all built. How cool is that? But right up here it says 1981. Now in 81 they did not make the figures like this. The arms only went up and down on both directions. And that was the only point of articulation for the arms. The legs didn't have knees or boot cuts. And the hood and the head was one piece. That was just like a rubber sculpted piece that was hollow that would then go into the neck piece or go into the torso. And we have a little plastic piece in the middle to hold it in place. So, oh, you know, I forgot to, for the 82 version, it did have armor. It said another piece here, 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the accessories he came with besides his parts. So 14 pieces probably. So way different, and it kind of bums me out they say 1981 on here. I wish they'd have the schematic of the 81, or they'd make this, you know, 2020 or 2019 where they design the Origins and then have the Origins one. But don't have both on the same one. Don't mix history. Because you think about it, in 40 years from now, if we show this to somebody, they're going to think this is the one that was made in 81. Well, here it is. Here's the drawing. Here's the schematic. Here's how they built it. And it's not. Because it says 81, but this is the new figure. And it's even worse, they even show the boots from the one they had for the test figure, when we know the new boots go all the way up. So if they're gonna fake it anyway and do things wrong, they might as well at least fix that, or just have the old one on there. Anyway, so it continues on. There's some really cool things. There's this really cool drawing here, and the guy that made it, and they got some really cool stuff to read about. But what bums me out about this is, let's take a look at Barbie. Now, I know you guys aren't here for Barbie, but let's just take a look. And here is the clear Barbie that they're selling. Now, this one's cool. They actually only have the articulation she had originally, it looks like. They didn't add the knee joints and the elbow joints that some of them do have. And then they have the actual drawing from 1961. You can tell this is based on what Barbie looked like in 61, not what we see today. So Barbie, they did it right. I just wish they would have done it right for He-Man. Anyway, so I am a little bummed. I was hoping I would have spent a little more time doing He-Man right. The clear Skeletor is cool, just not $50 cool. So I'm personally not going to get them. If it was the one from the 80s remade, I would be all over it. I would buy him in a heartbeat. But since it's the Origins one, not so much. Alright, you guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. I may not be able to do the class tomorrow. I'm running into some issues with some of the parts that I'm customizing. I will give you guys an update tomorrow at class time like I usually do, but it may not be the full class on how to build the figure, so it may just be more prelude to class number 7. We'll see how far I get. I'm just having some issues with some of the paint that I'm using. I used some spray paint that bubbled up all over the parts. I had to reclean them and start all over, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you guys next episode.